Soccer matches are 90 minutes. Then there's extra stoppage time for delays during the game. And Denver Summit FC is in record stoppage time right now. Tonight, the Denver City Council is discussing whether to approve the stadium rezoning and tens of millions of dollars to improve a stadium site for Denver women's soccer team at Santa Fe Yards. Our Spencer Soischer is live just outside of City Council chambers, which says to me there's still no decision if you're just in the hallway there, Spencer.
Yeah, Marshall, that extra record time of stoppage time still going on right now. 2.5 hours tonight, a long meeting last week, a bunch of smaller meetings before that, and the council still has no decision right now. As recently as 3 hours ago, though, the owner of the club told me that if Denver doesn't approve this tonight, they're ready to go elsewhere. Even for just an hour on a December Monday, a little tent in front of Civic Center Park is a temporary home for Denver Summit FC and its supporters.
I'd be lying if I didn't say, there's a little pit in my stomach. It's like
Club owner Rob Cohen is just hoping the team gets to building a permanent home soon.
We do have a contractor on board. We've got the plans on board, but obviously once the vote is behind us, everything will accelerate.
The team wants to be in Denver at Santa Fe Yards, but they've got a plan B, C, D, and E.
Definitely talked, I can confirm that we have talked to 4 communities.
We'll have a club starting in 2026, and we will have a home somewhere in the 2028 season.
Summit FC Club President Jen Millay and the team's stadium approval has been caught up in a political battle.
You trying to tell me that I'm not asking the right questions.
Trust issues between the city council and the mayor's office and city on where city allocated money is headed has prolonged the process.
I'm not going to comment on the politics that are going on at City Council and with the mayor's office.
The debate on the rezoning will not be the only stadium project going through this process.
Can't imagine who you're talking about.
While the Denver Broncos are not relying on the City Council to approve funding for their new stadium plan at Burnham Yard, this is a litmus test. The Broncos say they're focused on their own collaborative process with the city, but also need to deal with rezoning.
What I would tell them is to lean into the process and not necessarily to fight the process, but lean into it and try to make the best out of the community benefit agreement, try to make the best out of the conversations and relationships you have.
All right, so I think this vote is coming any minute now. It looks like most of the council members have given their remarks, and it sounds like it's leaning towards it's going to get approval tonight, Marshall. Again, not entirely clear when that's going to come down and how many yeses or how many nos, but it's starting to look like, based off of the comments that these council members are making before the vote, that they're going to go ahead and approve this tonight.
You can walk away if you want. I don't want to keep you from going in there, but if you think it's happening, walk away. What other cities? I know you asked the other cities. Jen Millay, the president, her sister used to be mayor of Lone Tree most recently. The Broncos wanted to go to Lone Tree, so let's put Lone Tree on the list. Any idea what other city, if it's real, they would be considering?
Yeah, I wanted to see if they were bluffing as well, and I asked that question. I was like, all right, who are the 4? He told me none of them are going to tell you. They have an NDA, and we're not telling you that as well. So we'll find out which of those 4 it may be, or we won't find out at all, and this gets passed tonight.
You and me are going to find out. Thank you. Get back in there. Thanks, Spencer.